Hey everyone, welcome back to today's episode. We're going to be doing a progression towards one of the common poses called
King Pigeon Pose.
King Pigeon Pose. So I have not done it before, and Nicole, our yoga instructor, will be guiding me through the progressive steps to it. So follow along and let's get this done together.
Okay, Daryl, so coming to your hands and knees, so your palms are shoulder width apart and your knees on the mat are hip width distance apart. Okay, very good. So for this pose, we will do, it can be done on both sides. So today we will show you on one side, okay, with the left leg front first, okay? So bringing your left knee close to your left wrist and your left foot close to your right wrist, and then you slowly shift your right thigh back and down towards the mat until, depending on your flexibility, your hips are able to touch the mat, okay? So for those who have a block or even a thick book at home, you can place it underneath your butt, okay, to help you stabilize, all right? Okay, so today's pose that we're trying to achieve, it is a very deep hip opening as well as a chest opening pose, okay? So this is called the pigeon pose, okay? So for now, currently, Daryl's ankle is slightly turned down, okay? So Daryl, you try to keep your right leg straight back, okay? So you shift it a bit more towards your left. Yes, and then you can either untuck or flex your foot, okay? Either is fine. Okay, so now Daryl is using his hands to push away from the mat so that he's opening his chest, okay? So this helps as well with your lower back, okay? Because the King Pigeon pose is a deep back bending pose as well. So this pigeon pose will help you open up your hips, your glutes, as well as your back, okay? Okay, so for those who are already quite uncomfortable in this pigeon pose, I encourage you to stay in this pose for at least 5 deep breaths, and then you do it for maybe a few days, a few weeks, until you can go to the next stage, okay? So let's see whether Daryl can progress even further today, okay? So every day, our body feels different, so always listen to your body. Okay, so Daryl, now you try to bend your right knee, bringing your right foot closer to your body. Very good. Okay, so when you feel, so Daryl's hips are facing the front, which is good, okay? So we try to keep our hips facing the front. Now slowly you extend your right arm towards the sky, and then outward rotation of the shoulder, and bring your palm towards your right foot. Okay, so in this pose, okay, we try to have the palm inside in the inner foot, okay? So as a guide, your thumb should be facing towards the sky or the ceiling. Very good. So Daryl, if you can stretch even more, if your hamstrings feels alright, yes, you push your right foot closer towards your glute and bring your right foot onto your elbow crease. Okay, so always take it slow, okay? Don't injure your body, so always listen to your body, okay? So we will try to bring it onto your elbow crease. Very good. So if you can, and then you can try to raise your right arm up. Okay, so you can see, right, this is really, he's really opening the hips a lot, okay? So for those who can progress to this stage, very good. You can just keep it at this pose. Remember to breathe through, okay? Deep breaths, and then you just stay in this pose, all right? How do you feel, Daryl?
Very tight in this region.
It's expected, Yeah. So after this, right, will be the the mermaid pose. So the mermaid pose is when you clasp your hands together behind your head. And if you can achieve the mermaid pose, you can go on to the King Pigeon pose.
Okay, let's see if I can do that.
Okay, so now for Daryl, he wants to try to achieve the mermaid pose. So once you find stability, okay, so your weight, right? Because you're afraid you fall backwards, right?
Yeah.
So you try to use your left foot, right, and press into the mat to help to keep your weight grounded into the center, okay? So once you can, you try to lift your left hand off, up above your head and behind your head. Yes, slowly, okay? So for yoga, every pose you need to practice and always breathe through your poses and listen to your body.
One more time.
Yay! So once you can, you clasp your fingers together and then you stay in that pose for maybe 5 deep breaths. Good job, Daryl.
At least I managed to touch it.
Yes,
My hand.
it's a start. Okay, so remember to do onto the right side. Okay, so for this pose, what Daryl just did was the left foot forward. So the next one, you bring your right foot forward instead. So everyone, please remember for all yoga poses, always breathe through the pose, and our bodies feel different every day.
Yeah.
Okay, so do what your body is feeling currently for that day. Okay.
Yeah, so I think in my case, the progression was still the very basic one, which was, what was that pose called?
So that one is he's trying to achieve the mermaid pose.
The mermaid pose.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think I couldn't advance to the next level yet. It really felt like it was really tight in the hips area. So I'll have to go back and perhaps practice that daily for maybe the next week or two before I proceed on to the next level, right?
Yes.
Okay. I guess everybody has their own
Strength and weaknesses.
So just listen to your body at the end of the day, and I guess the next round to challenge myself, I will see if I can advance to the next progression. Yeah, so catch us in the next follow-up video for this, maybe in a week or two, depending on how my progress goes. So we'll catch you in the next video. If you found this useful, do remember to like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!